Hello. So this week's video is about ads, specifically the sleeper effect, which basically is the idea that ads over time will gradually break you down in a way, change your mind, and it's not immediate. At the start of the video, it asked the question, do you remember the last ad you saw and what it was about? And I don't. There was an ad immediately before I watched the video. I clicked skip as soon as I could, but I could not tell you what the ad was about, what they said, who was in it. I vaguely remember the colors of the ad, but I have no idea what it was about. And that's a little concerning and frightening because the people who make these ads are very smart and they know what they're doing to gradually worm their way into your head and make you change your mind about a lifestyle or product, and you'll eventually give into that, depending on what it is. The sleeper effect is kind of interesting, simply because you'll never expect it. You'll never know when your mind is changed with the sleeper effect. It'll happen over a long period of time, and you'll probably see the same ad hundreds of times, and you may never remember it, but your subconscious will be changed. Something that was mentioned in it was that ads will degrade themselves purposefully, and I thought that was interesting because I have seen ads that are goofy or silly, that seem to downplay their product, and some of those are the ones that stick with you the most. Those are the ones you remember. It mentioned jingles that you've heard, and I think everyone, my generation and older, could quote a lot of those, called JG Wentworth 877 Cash Now, 588-2300 Empire, call today. Those things like that, it's a little frightening because you don't remember those from one exposure. You don't remember them immediately unless you're trying to do that actively, focusing on remembering that. I've probably seen those ads hundreds of times, maybe several hundred, and I never purposefully tried to remember them, but they wormed their way into my head, and I remember those even now. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner. That's one of those things. I never wanted to remember that or tried to remember that. What I do, and that's the sleeper effect. Over time, from enough exposure, you will come to like something, or at least know it more than you intended to or ever desired to. But it's a very interesting topic. I'm definitely gonna try to pay more attention to what I take in through the media and through ads. Try to pay attention to what I watch and what I see, and be more aware of my surroundings, and also to the things that I hear, listening to the radio, to Spotify. Unless you pay to not have ads, you're gonna get ads, and I'd like to be more aware of the things that I'm taking in, so that I can be more conscious of those things, and hopefully less subjective to them, and more control over my own mind. But that's a very interesting topic, and I encourage you to watch the video. There will be a link posted in the description.